5 dagen onafgebroken, stroomopwaarts, op de Rio Negro. Regen, veel regen. Grijs.
I have to think of Van Humboldt, who, the longer he was on his journey, the more he began to feel a certain discomfort. A detached emptiness that threatened to overpower his feeling of self. In his journal of 1808, he writes, "The uninhabited banks of the Casiquiare that are covered with woods, without any memory of the past, engage my imagination. In those interiors of this new continent, we are almost used to considering man as of not any real consequence for the natural order. The earth is overloaded with vegetation, and nothing hampers its free growth. We appear to have ended up in a world that is different from the one we were born in. That evening I read more in Napoleon Chagnon's standard work on the Yanomami, the savage people who completely twist around the meaning of good and desirable in their culture. A chief only becomes a chief once he has made a victim of many, including the former chief. The tribe that believes that they were the first to be created, out of the blood of the moon god, the Periboriba. And because they were born of blood, all Yanomami are savage people, Waitiri. We, the non-Yanomami, are nothing more than foam, droplets of water, or bubbles in the river."
Ik ben vertrokken van het feit van waar vinden we nog mensen die hun etnische eigenheid hebben kunnen houden, hun eigen cultuur hebben kunnen houden.
In het jaar 2006.
In het jaar 2006, wow. En ik besef heel goed van, jij bent ook een van diegenen die plat reed, met welk recht jij dan wel en een ander niet. Daar kan ik geen antwoord op geven.
Ja, soms denken we van de toeristen. Maar
we zijn er ook.
Je bent er ook een.
Ja, ik weet dat wel. Maar er is gradatie binnen het toerisme, vind ik.
According to Chagnon, only two things in the Yanomami social life are important. First, to be fierce in avenging every affront, and second, to be generous, ready to share every piece of property except for your wife. I realize that I've already violated rule number 2 before even getting there. Except for crayons and some mini footballs, I haven't brought any presents worth mentioning. We arrive in a Yanomami settlement on the Casiquiare River. As we go to shore, I hear Chantal say, "I was born in the wrong country and body. Now it's time to enjoy." We are welcomed by huge clouds of stinging mosquitoes that make life temporarily unbearable. Lucho guides us to a hut with 3 hammocks and a mosquito net. We have to turn off the camera. When I wake up, it's already light out. We are introduced to Guillermo, the chief.
Hatman.
Chief.
Chief.
Turn off your cameras, he tells us. Every time you take a picture, you take a bit of our souls away. But if you pay me 300,000 bolivars, you can fill my tribe.
Foto. Momento. No, ma, no. Sì. Foto. Foto. Sì.
This is the only footage of the Yanomami that I still have. Except for the one tape, which I filmed from a hammock, all 19 other tapes will be taken away 2 days later.
De jonge mannen hier, de jonge kerels, zijn toch agressiever. En het stoorde hem blijkbaar dat we hier nog steeds met onze camera's rondliepen. En ze wisten wel dat we ervoor betaald hadden, maar blijkbaar was het of niet voldoende volgens hen. En daar was een beetje heibel en discussie omtrent. Blijkbaar zijn ze niet vlug tevreden. Of is dat hun manier van denken of hun manier van doen, dat ze denken van ja, proberen gaat mee. Wie niet waagt, niet wint. Dat ze op die manier hopen dat ze af en toe toch een extraatje krijgen.
Ik had het verwacht dat we het met onze souvenirs konden doen. Ik had niet ineens die grote sommen verwacht. Het is door de grote sommen dat je opeens slikt en zegt van jongens, wat een business is dat hier.
Ja.
Maar leg ons eigen denken er eens naast. 1, werken wij gratis? 2, laten wij mensen ons leven binnendringen?
Nee.
Kan je hun bepaalde zaken echt kwalijk nemen?
Zij denken van, met die foto's die ze nemen, worden ze rijk. Met de film die hier gedraaid wordt,
dat is juist,
verdienen ze ook schatten.
Oké, daar heb je punt. Maar ik durf hier nu niet luid op spreken wat dat deze reis ons kost. Maar dat is allemaal oké. Dat leggen we er graag. Want we gaan iets hebben. Maar oh wee, als zij iets vragen. Dan is het opeens erover. Allee, daar voel ik me dan ook niet altijd goed bij.
We end up having to pay more than was agreed upon. The chief wants 200,000 bolivars extra. We pay him.
Als zij dat bedrag aannemen, is het onmiddellijk om te delen met de hele gemeenschap. Bij ons zou het weer het recht van de sterkste zijn. Ik geloof het. Ik geloof het dat het de gemeenschap ten goede komt.
On the last day, the chief doesn't want to see any cameras in the village anymore, even if we've paid to film. He wants us to report to him and his family. He wants more money, saying, "You have transmitter microphones, so you're professionals." I get the feeling that he won't just let us go if we don't pay him. We give him the rest of our bolivars and get onto our boat.
Het is altijd een boeiende vraag van wanneer ben je ergens op tijd? Wanneer ben je ergens te laat?
We make our way back up the Rio Negro, headed for the civilized world. After a couple of hours, a long canoe with a big outboard motor whizzes past us in the distance. Maybe I'm completely off base, but I could swear that I see the chief and his family on that boat.
The Curse of the Yanomami.
In the late afternoon, we get the motor running again and arrive in San Carlos de Rio Negro, a settlement with a military checkpoint on the border with Colombia. The big boat that we started our trip on is moored here. Sure enough, I see the chief's canoe a bit farther down. San Carlos consists of one street where you can buy everything: chickens, beverages, lighters, clothing, even bingo cards. I see the chief in a shop. He's at the cash register, wearing a shiny new jogging suit and white sneakers. His children, without any clothes, are prancing around with beeping plastic toy phones. I want to go drink a beer in the bar beside the boat, but a crew member named Goyo stops me on the gangplank. I have to stay on board. I can now see he's keeping an eye on me. Someone knocks softly on my door. It's Henri, the cook. He says I'm his friend and offers his help if it should become necessary. He shouldn't have done that.
Begint die gids vanavond, Pucho, ruzie met me te maken. En ik ga rijk worden van deze film. En you are the liar man. You are the liar man. Een kwartiertje later klimt opeens het opperhoofd aan boord in zijn trainingspak met 4 militairen. De hele boot is doorzocht. Alles. Ze hebben alles meegenomen, alle tapes, alle spullen, alles weg. Eddie en Chantal kunnen blijven, want die kunnen aantonen dat ze onderwijzers zijn. Ik word morgenochtend vroeg van boord gezet. Henri, de kok, is op staande voet ontslagen. Omdat hij mij een vriend noemt. Dus die kan ook meteen vertrekken. Dus ik zal morgen met hem... Ja, morgen zien we wel verder. Ik geloof dat ik heel erg naar huis wil op dit moment.
The next morning, they throw us off the boat, Henri and myself. It's Sunday, so everything's closed. We stroll through the empty streets, thinking of a way to get out of here. Internet doesn't exist here. There's no fax, and the phone doesn't work. All I have left is $100. Further down the road, I see a landing strip. 2 white boys with Bibles are hanging around there. Billy and Josh, 2 missionaries from Oklahoma. After a visit to the Yanomami, they were attacked by Colombian guerrillas on the opposite side of the river. In the end, we'll spend days here, waiting to see what happens. On the 5th day, I finally hear the drone of an approaching plane in the distance. All of us run toward it. Technicians from the power company have chartered this plane. The pilot has 2 seats left, but out of principle, he refuses to take Americans with him. Billy can barely control himself, but his friend tries to calm him down. God brought us here, and will also come pick us up, even if it takes another week.